Every summer, visitors from far and wide come to the island to enjoy this unique part of the world. And for the past few decades, one of the featured destinations for tourists traveling to Victoria is the city's historic Chinatown. A news reporter Eric Thompson introduces us to a couple visiting from San Antonio, Texas, who had Chinatown on their list of must-see attractions.
This isn't the first time Lillian and John Knox have been to Victoria. They were here 2 years ago, but this time around, they've given themselves a little more time to see the sights. And one of their stops is Victoria's historic Chinatown.
We found out this time that it was one of the largest, and now it's one of the smallest in Canada.
And one of the oldest.
And one of the oldest, yes.
In fact, it was the first Chinatown in Canada and the second in the Americas after San Francisco. Was Chinatown on your list of places that you just had to see?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's proving to be well worth the trip.
Oh, I think so.
Chinatown suffered a period of decline from 1920 through to about the 1970s, shrinking dramatically both in size and population. Today, Victoria's Chinatown has become a very popular area with tourists, especially Fantan Alley.
Went down the little alley. Tiny little alley.
Fantan Alley?
Right here, isn't it?
What did you think about that?
Thought it was very neat.
Did you see the record store?
I think we did, didn't we?
And that's where we found Ernie Brock. For the past 2 decades, he's worked at the Turntable Records, and he says he's seen his share of tourists over the years.
In July and August, we get many tourists, all the stores. You know, we get from the cruise ship who come generally just walk through to say they've seen it, and others stop at all the different stores that interest them.
Ernie says a lot of tourists walk in the door, and those that aren't interested in records keep going.
And the other ones come in, and for them it's like a little bit of nirvana, and then their wives lose them for a while. So I don't mind that.
Have you had to become a bit of an expert on Victoria's Chinatown?
Yeah, we've been here 23 years, so over the years you pick up little tidbits here and there, and it's actually interesting hearing different tour groups and kabuki cabs coming through with all different perspectives on the same situation, so it's kind of fun to listen to. It's a nice place to be, and when you walk into the alley, the city disappears, and all you know is what's here in the walls, and you don't notice so much the rest of the city, so it's quite a nice place to be in.
Do you sense the history when you're here?
Yes, all these buildings on this side are all 90, 95, 100 years old, and there's a smell, there's a texture to them that you don't get in new builds.
And as Lillian and John wrap up their tour, we wanted to know what they plan to tell their friends and family back in Texas.
Well, they said, why are you spending a week there? We said, well, we were here 4 days before and it wasn't enough.
Too much.
So we wanted to take our time, relax, enjoy it. And it's just a beautiful place.
In Victoria, Eric Thompson, A News.